Hold on, let me fix that actually. Shinji is an inverted loser. It doesn't matter how you spin it, twist it, or flip it. The guy hasn't been relevant for a fat minute. He's so washed up, man. He's out here looking like Shaq on the Celtics. And it's a shame because he wasn't always the tomato can we see in the 1,000-Year Blood War. What if I told you that once upon a time, Shinji was actually cold? We'll take a look at all that. But also, through intense research and analysis, I think I discovered something about the Visards that might change your life forever. Before we get into that, I just wanted to say, as your trusted friend and advisor, I think you should invest in Dulio stocks and hit the subscribe button. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's the incredible Dr. Dulio. Today, I have a cautionary tale for y'all. See, previously, I'd been talking about characters who are trash, mid, scrubs, but being tough isn't enough to avoid the professional hater. Greatness must be maintained. Sometimes a character can start off tough and just fall off. And I have the perfect example of this. Enter Shinji Hirako. This man was so cold at first. When Shinji first pulled up in chapter 187, he was in the sky, upside down, drinking water. You ever tried drinking water upside down? Man, that shit is hard to do. And his hat stayed on. Look at the smirk. Look at the aura. And then he pulls up to Ichigo's school. Yeah, because this guy definitely looks like a high schooler. And when he introduces himself, he writes his name backwards. Like, who else is doing that? This guy is changing the game. But then he asks to be seated next to a pretty girl. In a high school, straight saying this man is at least 300 years old. Lock in before you get locked up. We still have no idea at this point who bro is or what he's on. And later that night, while Ichigo's at his part-time job, Shinji slides on BT for no reason. And just look how happy he is to start some nonsense. Big wide-ass smirk as he sneaks my sweet sugar plum Ichigo. Bro didn't say a single word. He just swung. What type of person are you? So the clash of their swords sends this random practice squad player flying. This dude was talking hot not 30 seconds before this.
Embarrassing.
Did he just shush Ichigo? I'm not gonna lie, my hater senses are tingling and I can't take it anymore. All this talk about Shinji's aura, but this dude is butt ugly. Bowl squared, bowl bob cut with bangs, wide ass mouth that touches his ears, big ass horse teeth. No, I must stay focused. But what kind of logic is this man operating on? How can you run up on someone and swing a sword and then shush them like they're the one who's wilding? Bro, you drew your sword at me! But regardless, how tough does he look when he whips out the mask? The amount of aura this Pac-Man looking ass nigga had was no joke. Bro, it was just mysterious. At this point in the story, we don't know anything about Shinji or the Visards or nothing. So when he whipped out the mask like COVID, Ichigo's eyes almost fell out the socket. Shinji then asks Ichigo to join the Visards like he didn't just try to mark him moments before. And I gotta say, this is just recruitment. This man is not Coach Prime. You want a top prospect to join your organization? You don't just run up on him and swing. But this is how you introduce a character. I have so many questions. What's this guy's deal? What is this cult he wants me to join? Why is he so damn ugly? Ignore the last one. But what did I say about his recruitment tactics? Ichigo was not trying to hear this man's nonsense, so he just up and runs away. Shinji really scared the hoes. Shame on him. Look at this Shinji backshot. Peep how his hair looks front to back. Why can't you just get a taper or a fade? No, bro just wants to look like a stage curtain. Alright, bro, you got it. Shinji pulls up to school the next day and acts like nothing happened the night before. After he waves at Ichigo like they're best buds, he wastes no time and instantly starts macking on the hoes. He getting busy. Nah, he getting rizzy. Nah, he needs to be locked up. Do you see this? Bro must have read the harassment step-by-step handbook. What kind of bag is this? He looks like the card titan. Dudes be so thirsty. You are 300 years old. Then this redheaded random pulls up, and right as her and Shinji are about to go essay for essay, Ichigo stands up with so much aura that everyone freezes. The devil shivers when the nice guy gets angry. This is very similar to what happens to me in real life because I am so awesome and cool. Ichigo grabs Shinji by his shirt and look at this elite press. In front of all the shorties too. Personally, if I got pressed in front of all the shorties like this, I would have had to. Heavy machine gun. They're talking outside and Shinji really wants Ichigo to join his rugby team and says that he won't leave until Ichigo joins. This once again is scaring the host. Persistence isn't always the answer. Sometimes you just gotta take your L and move on. Shinji tells Ichigo that he has fake friends and tries to explain to him that his friends don't really mess with him, but instead they think of him as a toaster and they'll only look for him when the bread pops up. If he wants real friends, Ichigo's gonna have to join Shinji's book club, because Ichigo has a beast inside, and everyone in Shinji's D&D party is the same way. But surprise, surprise, Ichigo dubs him again. Honestly, Shinji should just cut his losses at this point. Look how lame he looks trying to beg Ichigo to join his Discord server. So Shinji's walking home after getting shot down once again, when he gets kicked in the butt. And take a look who it is. I will apologize to no one. I hate Hiyori. Her ass is so annoying, bro. The very first time we see her, and she's complaining about something. Look at this lame-ass inferiority complex she got going on. And then she was about to boom Orihime Chan for what? Man, f*** Hiyori! Shinji stops his little angry-ass Mike and Ike from doing anything stupid. But what in the freak is going on here? They just fingering each other in public? Is this how the Visard get down? Where is the application so I can avoid it? But after Ichigo made it clear multiple times that he doesn't want to join Shinji's yoga class, he runs into some espada and, catches some back shots. And then he runs into another one and gets a 30-piece family meal. And standing there, he realized he needs to join Shinji's activist group. And he shows up at the front door. And let's be real, Ichigo is at an all-time low off the back of 2 embarrassing losses, and now he's gotta pull up to Shinji's spot begging for handouts? I'm so sick, man! Psych! Ichigo would never go for that. He pulls up on smoke like, nah, you're gonna teach me how to dodge. Hiyori lame ass on screen again, trying to press Ichigo, coping so hard. No, we don't want you to join us. I mean, we might, but maybe you could join us if you want. Not that we want you to or joining us, but maybe we decide we don't want you to join us unless you want to, if maybe, but you joining us is our decision. No, we decide because why in God's name is this pigtail demon on my screen? In a move that requires 0% IQ and 100% audacity, she tries to press Ichigo and tells him to let his inner beast rage. She says she can handle a real nigga. Then to no one's surprise, Ichigo pops a perk and starts to genuinely tweak at the function. Tell me, Hiyori, was this a good idea? Ichigo was really about to offer before the gang came in and Instagram posed on this man. You could tell they really wanted to get everyone in the shot. Can someone tell me what shorty ass is even doing? Are you even helping at all? And you, who got there first? Because this changes a lot. Was he standing like that and you put your head in there? Or were you already there first and he just put his beef in your face for no reason at all? The Visards are all a bunch of freaks. Realistically, they only needed like 3 people to hold him down. But hey, the flicks came out tough, I can't even lie. Caption that something like, we was vibing and they tried so hard to stop it. Or a simple the ops works too. But is it wrong that I low-key enjoyed watching Hiyori get her ass humbled? Like, I'm not saying I was rooting for Ichigo to pack her up, but who am I kidding? I was definitely rooting for Ichigo to pack her shit. Traumatized her lame ass. So after they calm everything down, Ichigo's training begins. And what's up with this gang? Y'all live like this? No real furniture besides this musty ass garage sale couch, not a carpet, a TV, or a shower in sight. I have a theory. Real talk, with how comfortable this group is and the fact that they're all in one big ass room in this abandoned dungeon with no type of privacy, even getting active in public, it's safe to say they gotta be having the most crazy, out of body, soul ripper, nasty ass. There's gotta be one big freaky ass poly relationship, and I'll stand on that. But since Ichigo wasn't trying to run on the Stairmaster anymore, Shinji takes Ichigo to the basement for the real training. And my first thoughts? Why do they have this? I won't speak too much, cause y'all know my theory, but what do y'all think they use this for? There's a lot about the Visards that we just don't know. So they all take turns training Ichigo until Orihime slides through the unbreakable barrier, and now there's some cracks in the ice. Slowly but surely, their mysterious aura is beginning to fade, and I'm not gonna lie, a true hater like me was starting to sense that these guys might be some bums. She just waltzed into the unbreakable barrier. Orihime did? The gag character? Okay, buddy, whatever you say, man. When Ichigo finds out that the Espada from before are spinning the block, he is absolutely fiending to even the score. At first, they try to hold him back, but Shinji said, let him spin. You spin, I spin. You do 5 out of 10. Ichigo tells Grimmjow that he's changed in the past month, but Ichigo could only last 11 seconds. And from there, it was over. But never fear, Rukia is here. Okay, never mind. But never fear, Shinji is here. And this right here is some real shit. And probably the highest height Shinji ever reaches. Saves the 2 MCs and he has that shit on? Look at the swag. He was late to the fight because he was too busy getting fitted. Shinji is absolutely unbothered by Grimmjow. And then his theme starts playing and he charges up a zero the size of Oklahoma and sits that boy down. Then Shinji stood next to him and explained his move to him. Dog, that is so disrespectful. He knows what he did. He just wanted him to make sure that he knew, so we knew, and Ichigo knew that he knew, and so Rukia knew that he knew, so now we know too. But right as Grimmjow was about to start wilding, Ankiora comes in and stops him, and to be honest, he saved Shinji's legacy. I'm sorry, but if Grimmjow turned into Tony the Tiger and hit him with the great, it might have been raps. But from here on out, if Shinji was like a roller coaster, that was his peak, which means from here, it all goes down very fast. Kubo really dropped Shinji like Andy in Toy Story. He had his fun with him, but his time is over. And now he has to sit with the reserves. And the hating can begin. So after that close call, it's time for Shinji's backstory. And 110 years ago, Shinji's hair was somehow worse. And look at this creep Aizen. I ain't gonna lie, if I went to school with him, I'd make sure to be extra nice. You don't want to be on the list when he's had enough and reaches into his backpack. So they're going to a ceremony to inaugurate a new captain, and look who it is. That's it, bro. I'm sick of this.
I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear.
Why does Kubo keep putting her on my screen? She's being OC once again, so a respectable black man has to put a stop to it. There you go, my brother. That's representation. And hold on, look at this. Ape? I knew I ain't like this annoying ass little goblin, and she gives me another reason. Racism? So the new captain that was being inaugurated was an actually relevant character, Urahara. And after the ceremony, Shinji goes up to him to give him some advice on some big bro shit. And that's when Shinji catches Aizen being a peeping Tom and stalking. And I fear Aizen might never beat the creep allegations. So 9 years later, and Aizen is up to no good. He's forcing the innocent civilians in the Soul Society to rip fat clouds and hit blinkertons on the Pendulum. And then they all explode into pure nut. People are mysteriously disappearing in the Soul Society. So they send Kensei to deal with it. And good things happen when he's on screen for sure. Oh my god. Kensei looks like the meanest lesbian on the cell block. Why does he have 69 tattooed on his chest? This guy is a freak! Urahara also lure bros Hiyori into investigating the missing souls. When Kensei goes radio silent, they hold an emergency meeting, and all the future Visards get sent to investigate. And when they arrive at the scene, Shinji saves Hiyori from an African American. But on closer inspection, that is no African American. Somehow, they turn Kensei into hollow Megan Rapinoe Iron Man. Kensei blitzes Love, and Rose gets one-tapped by this flying mosquito. Are they supposed to be captains? And they somehow make Kensei look cool. Till this dude comes and lays the pipes down. Now, there are jokes to be made about this guy. I could say he looks like the final boss of diversity, but maybe not today. And to be fair, he's putting in pain. He uses the ramen noodle sealing jutsu. And too bad, the jutsu's made out of ramen noodles. They finally managed to deal with Kensei after 2 episodes. Yes, Kensei, 2 episodes. These dudes suck. But before they can say hip hip hooray, Tosin uses his domain expansion and treats everybody. This is the only time in the show Tosin's Bankai works, by the way. And what's up with Tosin? My god, you look ridiculous. And then Aizen shows up. What a creep. Shinji says he knew it was him. And when Aizen asked him for how long he knew, Shinji said, since you were in your mom's box. But Aizen won't be one-upped. He says, I knew you knew it was me, so I wanted you to know, but since you knew, it actually made you not know it was me, and I planned this because you knew, which actually made you not know, but if you didn't know, then you would have known. But since you knew, it actually made you not know, you actually didn't know it was me, which actually works out in my favor. No take backs times infinity. Aizen has Shinji in a genjutsu. He wasn't even there. He had Mr. Clean as his stunt double doing his job, and Shinji didn't even notice. Bro, that is clearly not him. Then Aizen says, you didn't pick me to be your lieutenant so you can keep an eye on me? I picked you, nigga! You were the ideal nigga for my plan, and I didn't just pick you, I picked all of y'all! Don't ever try to go band for band with a real nigga again. But Shinji had heard enough and prepared an attack, and that's when Aizen is on his face. This is canonical spot treatment. And then Aizen thanks Shinji for folding for this. This is a complete violation. All of a sudden, Shinji starts winning, but he's so trash and not used to taking dubs. He's like, am I the one doing this?
Chat, is this real?
Tosa gets dunked on. Bro, this guy sucks. But Aizen said he knew this would happen. And it's time to wrap this up. But Kisuke is here to save the day. Now that an actually relevant character is here, life's good. Look at Aizen trying to act like he has no idea what's going on. I slipped and fell and I murked these bumps. Nobody is buying that shit. Urahara sees right through this. And that's when Glasses nigga shoots an actual Kamehameha that replays 3 times. Like that RDC skit. But he shot it in the mirror, so Aizen gets away. And that's when the yerks start kicking. So bro, we geek hard. Using a forbidden jutsu, they bring him back to the crib. But the next morning, Feds did a sweep. Free all the guys, man. F Central 54. But all Urahara needs to do is beat the case. So he goes to trial. They don't got shit on me. I'll be fine.
Urahara Kisuke. Did Yoruichi walk you on a leash while you were wearing a leather bodysuit?
Ah, fuck. Urahara couldn't win in court, so he has to do the dash like Teike and bring Shinji and the Visards with him. So the backstory is over, and they try to hype us up with this close-up of the Chicago Bears, and I couldn't care less, bro. All of them are sorry. So when Aizen makes his intro into fake Karakura Town, Shinji and Ko are ready to spin. The theme starts playing, and he spins his hat, but I know nobody felt moved watching this. Shinji has lost his sauce. They had the Visards go first, because they're really the appetizer, like the soup at a fancy restaurant. And as far as soups go, these dudes suck. The Visards send their starting lineup at Aizen, and Hiyori is speaking her mind, but Aizen couldn't care less. Even though they tell her not to, Hiyori can't contain her rage anymore and sold. What's new? After Hiyori goes down, Shinji screams Ichigo at the top of his lungs, and he's just got the whole thing in his mouth, huh? This is captain level meat munching. But Shinji doesn't have the luxury of waiting for big bro Ichigo, so he has to square up with Aizen himself. What happened to skill-based matchmaking? Shinji's babbling about how his ability is unbeatable, which isn't a good sign. In anime, a general rule of thumb, the longer the nigga yaps, the more likely he gets packed. But then he cuts Aizen on the arm, and then he cuts him on the leg, and then it's over. This fight was insanely short, and then Aizen gets to frying him. Do you really think your ability is comparable to mine? My Zanpakuto controls all 5 senses. Yours is just sight. Shinji has lost his aura, man.
But Dulio, he managed to get 2 hits on Aizen though.
Womp womp, that does not impress me. People in the comments section of this fight are talking about how we're supposed to make it clap for Shinji because he hit Aizen twice. Since when did our standards drop so low? 2 hits? The cuts aren't even there the next episode. Aizen healed like Tom and Jerry and even sewed his fit back together. And knowing Aizen, none of that was real. And then when Ichigo arrives, Shinji and the rest of the Shanghai Sharks assemble in front of him. And who do y'all think y'all are? You are not protecting Ichigo. The Soul Society B team just isn't speaking to my soul right now. And then the fight goes exactly how you think it would. They really played these bums the best OST in Bleach just for them to get reverse jumped. The color scheme changes like JoJo and it starts to get wicked. But really peep this part though. He slashes Toshiro. He slashes Soifan. He slashes Shunsui. And when Shinji jumps at him, he runs side to side fast as shit on the agility ladder for no reason. Dog, why did he do this? But then it was over again. From here on out, we don't see him until the new arc. And at the board meeting, Shinji's redesign is looking stinky. They need to find whatever sports clips he's going to and carpet bomb. Shinji is such a finished baller, man. We don't even see him fight during the first invasion, and somehow he's already leaking without getting his own major enemy. That's how you know he'll get no PT this arc. He finally gets a scene, and it's him telling Ichigo to cope and be happy after taking an L to Yuha. Bro, he has no dog.
There is no passion, there is no vision.
And for whatever reason, they decide to put this little gremlin in the new arc. Look at the Visards just sitting down unemployed in their sex lair. Now, when they announced that Shinji's Bankai was going to be an anime-only fight, I thought they would change it up and have one of the throwaway Stern Ridders fight him. But nah, just some randoms. Why is he fighting no-names? He couldn't fight someone with a birth certificate, a passport, a character design, an ideology, a backstory? Bro, he fought against the copy and paste button. His Bankai is cool, but like, I don't want to see this. The fight was 59 seconds long. This did not need an announcement. They could have played this during the ad break. Wow, Foot Soldier 305 to 312 were absolutely destroyed. Shortly after this, we see Bambi is in a bad mood because her Starbucks order is wrong or something. I don't know, I don't talk to women. But when Airbud slides to put in work, Shinji gets the drop on him with his big ass teeth and his hypotenuse ass cut. And his pose, is he taking a dump? Maybe he's getting ready for the stinker he's about to drop. But Komamura trusts Shinji, so he dips out and goes looking for Yuha. Side note, what did this little poodle think he was gonna do against the Almighty? But when Komamura leaves, Shinji asks Bambi if she's ever taken shrooms, because he was in fact in possession of very powerful medical grade psychedelics. Have you ever been to Yodiland? Huh? Have you ever taken a Blinkerton off the Pendulum? Huh? Have you ever been fated than a hoe? Bambi was experiencing a bad trip. She was tripping off the Za so hard that Shinji started to seem like a useful character for a second. Shinji has the upper hand until Yuha blesses all the Stern Ridders with a stimulus check. $1,200, and Bambi goes Super Saiyan Sephora, locks in, and then just blitzes him. So she gets the assist from Yuha, but here's what throws me off. Shinji had her tripping off the Zaza, and she just says no? How trash is Shinji? Bambi really just politely declined his whole character, and then she one-tapped him. And now Pitbull has to reverse the V to save this man's legacy. How tragic is that? But look in the sky. Someone's here to save the day. It's Hinamori. Bro, who are you feeling like right now? Why do you think the same shorty that just one-tapped a captain is anywhere near your pay grade? Your on-the-job insurance does not cover injuries sustained from Stern Ridders. But when you see Shinji getting bailed out by a German Shepherd, I think we can safely say that he's fallen off a cliff at this point. From mystery and aura to misery and lost streaks, this video hurt me to make a little bit. But this type of sorriness can't be excused. Let's see, as for the manga, after Gerard Valkyrie squashes him like a bug, he was last seen getting carried by well-known scrub Momo, and that is the last we see of him for the 1,000-Year Blood War. Bro, Shinji dropped an absolute stinker! Welcome to the Dr. Dulio fit inspection, where as the name implies, I inspect some fits. Now, I've called Shinji ugly multiple times this video, and I'm gonna do it again. This flat-faced phony. Bro went to Turkey and came back with bathroom tile veneers in his mouth, showing me all 32 with that strong-ass smile. What are you cheesing so hard for? You're literally about to get dropped! Pulled up rocking the mother of all bowl cuts, but it's no secret I think he's ugly, and this is the fit inspection, so let's take a look at the fits. And it pains me to say this as a pro hater, but he's got that shit on though. This fit goes so hard, bro. Look at the coats. Even when he pulls up on Aizen, he's clean. Flat cap, and the feet look Gucci too. Panda by demon. But I will say in 1,000-Year Blood War, I'm not a fan of the towel tie plus exposed chest v-neck combo. But overall, I give his fits a solid out of which is the highest score I've given to anyone so far. So be happy. And with that being said, follow me on Instagram at Dr. Dulio, dr.dulio. I love you all. Thanks for watching.